So Western Europe seems to be very interesting right now because we have the Netherlands going to war with Belgium, and Belgium has like kind of a huge coalition that's formed against it, as well as France. France has the same situation. Napoleon was declared war on by a lot of the other nations. I think France is in a little bit safer of a location, but Belgium not so much.
Real quick though, let's check on who's winning the religious game, and apparently it's Hungary with 23 cities following Buddhism. Pretty interesting because Budapest might eventually fall. Technically, I mean Hungary's in a really kind of tough situation in their location, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. But yes, let's see exactly. Let's try to remind ourselves what Buddhism and what kind of beliefs Buddhism is bringing to Hungary. Okay, let me see. What do we have? Enhancer. This is the defender of the faith, plus 20% combat strength near friendly cities that follows Buddhism. Oh, that helps. That's going to help out Hungary, maybe staying alive for a little bit longer. I mean, 20% combat strength is actually a significant amount, so that could help out quite a bit. Monasteries providing faith, and I think culture, maybe happiness. I can't remember right now. Church property, that's a big one. This is a founder belief. Plus 2 gold for each city following the religion. So because they're winning the game, and because there's 23 cities following Buddhism, that's bringing in Hungary a lot of money. But we do need to keep in mind that AIs don't know how to use gold to the best of their advantages. They're terrible at using gold. So even though it's nice, yeah, we could think of maybe Hungary has a lot of net gold potentially in the info addicts. They're probably, in the top 5, top 3 maybe. They probably don't know what to do with it. So I don't know if that's going to help them out that much. Their reformation was the glory of God. It's used faith to purchase any great person. That's a pretty good one, actually. I know that the AI tends to use that a little bit. And then, yeah, Pantheon, we don't need to look at mosques. And mosques is faith, culture, and happiness, I believe. So, yeah, pretty interesting stuff there. In terms of who's losing the religion game, let's go ahead and check that out. Right now, it is Judaism from Venice. And Venice might even get taken over here, so Judaism might get completely destroyed, technically. I mean, the AI usually doesn't throw an inquisitor, at a holy city. They don't usually do that. I know as a human player, I like to do that, but I don't know. It'll probably still stick around for a little bit. And the only other nation that's even close is Hinduism from Norwegian territory in Scandinavia. So, yeah, I think that Hungary's going to completely take over for the most part here. Let's go ahead and check. Is there any... There's still a few open cities, and I think more than likely it's going to fall to Buddhism because, yeah, I mean, the pressure that's being put is very hard. Oh, yeah, and then you have all of Western Europe still because Catholicism is now just barely starting to dip down into French territory, and I think that nothing has hit the Iberian Peninsula at all, so there's still plenty of room to increase religious sizes. I know that the Celts could possibly come back with bringing Catholicism back into the game and taking over Iberia and most of France and stuff like that. But anyways, let's go on. We just saw Scotland declare war on Norway. I'm sorry, Denmark. Yeah, so Scotland declared war on Denmark. Don't think that anything's going to happen there. Although Scotland has a pretty nice fleet in the North Sea. They could go after Copenhagen, which would be an excellent city to take. Rome is pieced out with Venice. So, and Rome is doing pretty dang good. Greece is still alive, but if they take over Greece, then they really don't need to worry about their southern front at all. They're going to go after Belgium territory that grabbed Sicily here, and that will for sure, I think that's safe to say that'll for sure fall. Even though they're going to lose a lot of troops in the process because the AI, of course, has their units embarked, and that is a bad idea. I mean, hey, I got to give them credit for at least kind of defending this musketman. That's nice. I mean, that's arguably the most powerful unit, so maybe they're doing the right thing. But then they didn't move that musketman up onto land. Okay, Rome, I'm not going to question your abilities. We have Carthage and Venice. Does Carthage have a navy? Yes, they do. Remember, I think Carthage is still at war with Sardinia. That kind of fell through, though. And until, well, here's the thing. Carthage for sure has open borders through Rome. So they could go after Venice. But remember, Venice has troops. They have ships, and I believe this is the Adriatic Sea. So they will have to fight through their unique units. But they're also defending from the Austrians in the north, so it would be complicated. I think that Venice will fall. I'm just not sure when exactly. Not at all sure when. Okay, so Egypt has declared war on Milan. Germany decided to join in. Germany's moving a settler through this territory for some reason. We have... I'm sorry, I'm totally getting... Nebuchadnezzar. We have Nebuchadnezzar declaring war on Denmark too. So there's coalitions forming, but they're not. They're interesting coalitions. We have also Germany and Venice, I should say. Assyria and Denmark, Venice and Denmark. Why is everyone after Denmark? Denmark really hasn't done anything wrong. I mean, I guess they have maybe it's just a small force, too small of a force, so the world's just like, yeah, I don't think I like these guys. Let's take them out of the game. What do we learn? So Assyria is playing against Carthage. Why, Assyria? Why? Why are you doing that? You should probably, man, I really wish this was, Alexandria was a canal city. That would have been perfect, but of course not. Of course, I should have forced Egypt to go there. I mean, I wanted Thebes to be in their right location, but man, that would have been nice. We have a few canal cities so far, or maybe I would have given, maybe what I should have done is modified the map a bit more so that it's easier for the AI to make, multiple choices. They don't have to do the exact location for a canal city, but then again, the AI loves to just kind of do things exactly what I don't like them to do. Boom. Okay, so Belgium's gone next turn, at least in Sicily. They'll be out of the Italian peninsula. How is Belgium doing in terms of in the northwest of Europe? It's okay. Remember, we have William at war going and trying to siege Brussels out, but it seems like that's been kind of a slower siege, not going as fast as we initially planned. And yeah, Scotland is actually sending over fleets. It's nice to see them actually try something here, although Denmark has quite a few musketmen. Musketmen. Whereas, actually, I just realized Scotland doesn't have as many. They've got a lot of pikemen. Clearly, some of the AIs you can tell are still kind of far behind. Like Rome. Rome, I only saw like one musketman, at least for their siege here, but maybe they didn't want to send anything else. No, they just legit only have one musketman, two musketmen maybe, and then like a bunch of pikemen. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Here goes Rome. Bam. All right, so Rome is looking good. Rome is looking really good now. They need to settle one more city, and I guarantee you somebody else is probably going to slap a city down because I just have a feeling. I think Germany might do it. Germany might just go, actually, no, because Milan stole away that settler, clearly, with this crossbowman. I'm waiting for it now. What Rome needs to do now is they need to go for North Africa. That would be best. And Carthage is sending over ships to try to make it towards Venice, it looks like, or maybe they're trying to go out towards the east. The Ottomans have captured the Gothic city. Ooh, I'm guessing north of the Black Sea. Yes, they did. World's most well-fed people. Sardinia is doing really good, and they kind of need to because they're kind of stuck in Sardinia. Yeah, they need to do that. Although they don't have that much population compared to some of these other nations. Brussels at 18, Amsterdam at 24. Geez, London and Scotland, they all have bigger cities. Constantinople, which is right there. Okay, boom. So that was the first city. Wait a second. Wait. Where did that go? The Gothic city was... Did they peace out? It wasn't this city. What? That was... Yeah, that's an Ottoman city. I'm confused here. What city did they take from the Goths? I'll figure it out here soon. And it looks like we have a peace deal. A peace deal between... It was between Scotland and Norway. And then Milan has been pieced out a little bit briefly. I'm a little bit confused. I thought that said the Ottomans. Oh, no. That was the Goths stealing away an Ottoman city. Oh, I don't know why I thought I read that backwards. Dyslexia. Dyslexia is a main problem. Please donate to dyslexia donation charities. No, that's okay. That's the big deal. Now, I think Byzantium is at war with somebody here, and I think it might be the Goths. We'll have to double check on that. Byzantium is good. Byzantium's really, really good. They control the Black Sea. And if they need to, they can go towards the Mediterranean. But, wow. Yeah, no. Byzantium is in a good situation. Theodora might be looking to maybe send a few troops up north. Norway has denounced Milan. The Ottomans are trying to take back their city. But the Goths are going after the next Ottoman city in the north of the Black Sea. So they're not holding back. And this is actually a really smart pickup for the Goths because most of the Ottoman military is stationed next to Istanbul. I don't know why I stumbled so hard there. They're not sending them. They're not embarking them at all. And that would be a good idea because the Goths don't really have any ships to defend against that. So I don't really know what the Ottomans are doing. Assyria and Babylon have peaced out. Babylon is going to be okay. They're going to survive for a little bit longer. Although I do remember a lot of the nations of the Middle East are, I think, still at war with Babylon. With the Babylonians, potentially. Is there any other cities that might fall? We have France really pushing hard for Utrecht, but it's a hard one again because you have the mountains here, and without some sort of naval support, it's going to be hard. France has done a pretty poor job at building up their fleets, and look at England. Look at England going for somebody here. Yeah, the Swiss are not, they're not doing so well. Oh, there you go, Denmark. Okay, so, you know, William's not going for Brussels at all. Maybe they were. It looks like they lost a lot. They might have lost a bit. I mean, Brussels does have a river here, but most of it's open terrain. There's kind of no excuse, except for that, you know, Amsterdam and the Netherlands have a pretty small military. I guess that's a good enough excuse. But yeah, Denmark is trying their best, but with 2 crossbowmen, a musketman that's like at half health, and then a pikeman, I don't think so. I don't think so. Although, you know, Antwerp's defense is only 22, so maybe. Oh, you know, they can bring in reinforcements. They might be able to take that over. Wow. Look at Norway here. Look at Norway. Wow. And I think I've been getting, I definitely have been confusing Norway and Scotland. I think I did quite a few times, unfortunately. I don't know why. Similar, I don't have an excuse. I'm sorry. I apologize. Let's see if this goes well for Norway. It might, but again, it's kind of the same situation for a lot of the AIs, is that if they had just a little bit of naval support, it would help out so much. Whether it's defending embarked units or just, you know, attacking the city itself, melee attacking the city, it would really, really help out quite a bit. Belgium is pieced out with Sweden, and we have Assyria and the Egypt piecing out. Boom. Norway's after, they're going after modern-day Finnish territory. Sweden, not so good. They went after Helsinki, but that's in like the northernmost part of Scandinavia. Honestly, that's not a good spot. They really should be going after just north of Frankfurt here. That would help out a lot, but they're not. Assyria is playing against the Sumer, and let's go ahead and let's take this guy out. I don't care about this anymore. Let's go to England. What's England doing? What are they thinking? Let's go to London, spy on them, try to figure out exactly what Elizabeth is planning for her military conquests. She doesn't have the biggest army in the world, but she still could do something, maybe. Actually, looks like the Celts and Scotland have a much bigger force than Elizabeth, but still, something to keep in mind. Maybe they're actually not. No, it doesn't look like Norway is at war with Denmark. They might be passing through. This might be for Belgium. Oh, Antwerp is so close to falling. The Red Forts has been built by Poland. And I think I mentioned that the Ottomans and France have pieced out. Really not that big of a deal there at all. Germany is very close to taking Milan. That is why they declared that war. Not for the Milanian capital. I don't know if that's the term, but not for the capital of Milan. It's actually for this city here, just east of Berlin. So that was a smart choice by the AI. That should be an easy pickup with these multiple crossbowmen. I'm sorry, trebuchets. We have a warrior unit, pikemen. Yeah, that city will fall next. So Milan will lose some power, a little bit of power. So we saw both, oh, and then boom, Belgium is down to only Brussels. Now William is thinking, hey, I need to really go for this now, because Brussels is a big, big city, and this would be a huge pickup, an absolutely massive pickup for the Netherlands. They've always kind of been involved. They've always done a good job in this campaign, but this would be a real difference maker. I think if they grab Brussels, then you have to seriously consider them as a real contender to win this entire series. That will give them a little bit more access to the English Channel. It also allows them to, well, besides, it doesn't really do much except it gives them an actual city that has good population. And it's in 1450 AD. They could definitely use that. Austria and Denmark have pieced out. Yeah, Norway, I think, is actually going for, it's probably Brussels or something like that. Boom! Germany's taken over this city from Milan, and Milan is down to only 2 settlements. We have Carthage in Denmark, Sweden and Byzantium piecing out. Sweden and Babylon, I guess I should say. I'm sorry. Everyone's letting Babylon go now. Oh, we have some rebels, I think, popping up. Looks like they've got to be rebels. They're not barbarians. Assyria and Bulgaria now have decided to go up against Carthage. Hungary's joined in. Let's see if the real difference maker would be Rome. If Rome goes after Carthage, then that would be the big deal. The Goths have denounced Hungary. Although really not that much, because again, the AI is not building naval units, and I'm wondering if that has to do with any sort of, if it's the aggressive and expansive AI mod, or if it's the smarter AI mod. I wonder if those are kind of having an effect here, because it seems like the AI is really not building as much of a navy, which is actually strange, because I think the AI does much better when, you know, they have to engage in like a naval conflict, because, you know, there's less factors out there in the sea. It's just open terrain pretty much. There's nothing they really have to worry about. So And I'm talking about strictly only for ships. Obviously, they do a poor job at choosing, where to embark and what units to embark into, and how close they're going to embark into enemy cities. So they do a poor job at that, but still. Ooh, and Songhai. Oh my goodness! Look at this huge force trekking across the Sahara Desert, moving towards more than likely the Carthaginian capital. They might actually make a quick stop there. Now remember, Carthage is only at 2 cities. They were kicked out of northwestern Africa. Dang, this will be a pretty interesting development here. Carthage has a few land units, but I don't know if they're going to be able to keep up with Askia and all the units that they're sending over from the south. All right, let's see what the spies have found out for me. Sneak attack against somebody. And England's thinking about going to war with Switzerland. Okay, let's go to the next turn. Don't think that really makes much of a difference. And again, France has not taken over Utrecht. It's too difficult to take. I think eventually it'll get taken. Wait a second. Whoa. When did Bulgaria get there? Have I been smoking crack this entire time? And did I just forget that Bulgaria was right there? I must have. Or maybe did I know this? Jeez, I might have just totally. Maybe I talked about that, but I just recognized it right now. I'm this is really bad. I smoked way too much before this one. Holy crap, Bulgaria. Okay, that I don't think. I think that doesn't really mean much, although more people might be willing to go to war with Bulgaria, at least in Western Africa, which might pull down a war with maybe Austria or maybe Hungary, maybe the Goths going after Bulgaria. Mainland Bulgarian territory is pretty heavily guarded. So anyone that wants to go after that would be in a very difficult spot, like Hungary, like the Goths, like potentially even Byzantium. Because even though Byzantium has quite a big naval fleet inside of the Black Sea, it's not going to help them out because they don't have. Bulgaria has no coastal cities. Bulgaria is completely focused in on strictly land units. So maybe that was a Belgium city, and maybe they pieced out for it. I have no idea. I don't know. They might have had that for years. I have no idea. Maybe they started off the campaign with that. For all I know, maybe that's what happened. I don't know. Okay, so Siege of Brussels really hasn't done too well. Norway's going in after it, which is smart. If William if he wants to play this strategically, he'll back up, let the other AIs do most of the work, and then hopefully he'll be able to run in there and steal it away. Now, Netherlands have, I believe, I think they processed their turn last out of the Norwegian and Danish AIs, so that might work. We have Assyria going after Armenia. Ooh, that was Armenia going after Assyria, and look at this. Assyria has no units defending its capital. This is a big deal. Wow. And this might be a trickle-down effect where maybe the Sumer join in, maybe Egypt joins in. The Ottomans, who knows? But the Armenians are already very close from taking the Assyrian capital. Poland and France have peaced out. Yeah, that will happen. I think I'm willing to bet right now. They don't have much of an infrastructure. Remember, they've only taken, it's just the Assyrian capital and then the Babylonian capital. They're connected by a road. Yeah, they do have a help of a river, and that is quite a bit of help. But if Armenia's smart here and they just start sending troops, yeah, you're going to lose a lot of units. But you will take over that Assyrian capital if you're smart about it. They're going after it, but they're not going as hard. We have the Goths piecing out with Bulgaria and Hungary. I'm sorry, the Goths piecing out with Belgium and Hungary piecing out with Belgium. Austria and Venice. Okay, Venice is still doing good. Hey guys, you got to give Venice a hand here. They have stayed alive. You got to give it to them then. Here, a lot of the wars are starting to piece out, which is good. We might start to see potentially. I'm thinking of maybe a world war. I think we might see a world war. Not yet, but maybe in the next 2 or 3 videos. I think what we're going to see is a lot of peace deals happen. The ideological part of the game is going to start to play a bigger role. People are going to, obviously choose different ideologies, and that's going to set up alliances, and it's going to be a huge mess, I think. But anyways, guys, Brussels is in the red. It could go to potentially anybody, Denmark, Norway, or Amsterdam, and if it does, it's going to be a huge deal for any of these nations that take over Belgium. But Belgium will be destroyed. I think we know that for sure now. I'm going to have to stop right there, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.